You have an amazing gift that you are meant to share. Now, the problem is so many business professionals do not realize the gifts that they have and the value that they possess, resulting in not having the confidence to present themselves or to ask for or charge what they're worth. So I believe this is the #1 challenge for business owners. So not understanding the value that you offer. So I want to share a story with you. One day I was in my daughter's theater classroom and I saw a sign on the wall that said, "Be yourself. An original is always worth more than a copy." And it got me thinking about many of the people I come across in business and some of my clients when I first start working with them. They look at what other people are doing in business and attempt to copy them. I personally believe that this is a kiss of death for your business and most often for your happiness. Each of us is unique. In fact, out of the 7 billion people in the world, we each have our own DNA. We're a one-time phenomenon. So we have our own set of God-given gifts and talents, skills, education, experiences. And when you start getting clearer on what your gifts are and what you're passionate about, this is when the magic happens. This is when you can discover your brilliance. When you create a business around your gifts and passion, you will not only be passionate about what you do, but your ideal clients will be attracted to you, the people who you're meant to serve. Maya Angelou once said, "You can only become truly accomplished at something you love." Don't make money your goal. Instead, pursue the things that you love doing and then do them so well that people can't take their eyes off of you. So one of the things that I have found, one of the most common challenges entrepreneurs or business professionals face is they give their time, gifts, and talents away because they don't understand the value that they offer. So I want you to think about where this might be showing up for you. I'm going to give you a few examples of how you might be doing this. So the first example is over-delivering. This is especially common with coaches and consultants. They often spend too much time in their sessions, or they feel they need to jam-pack everything that they know into the session, leaving the client confused or exhausted. Another way that we give our time, gifts, and talents away is volunteering too much. Many of us have a problem saying no. So we overextend ourselves and commit to volunteering at this event or that event, serving on multiple boards or committees, leaving us no time to focus on our work or family. Now, the minute that your volunteering becomes something that you feel overwhelmed with or resentful around, it's a good sign that you're probably volunteering too much. So volunteering should fulfill you and give your energy, not drain your energy. The third way in which we give our time, gifts, and talents away is not charging enough for our services. Many business owners are undervaluing their services and pricing their products and services way too low. So your prices should reflect your value. Another way that we give our time, gifts, and talents away is by not regularly increasing our prices. Your prices should be increased on a regular basis. Typically, each year is a good rule of thumb. And the fifth way that we give our time, gifts, and talents away is by not asking for a raise. Many employees are not offered and don't ask for a yearly raise. So these situations all come from having a low self-worth and not knowing your unique values and the gifts that you have to share. Now, when referring to value, I'm referring to the following definition of the word. Regard that something is held to deserve the importance, worth, or usefulness of something. So you really want to get to know your value and the gifts that you have to share with the world. Then you can come from that place of serving versus selling. So you're just sharing the value that you have. And if you are not making money in your business, you really need to take a look at, do you really have a true business, or do you have a hobby? So the solution here is to own your value so you can present yourself with confidence and start charging what you're worth. So think about the gifts, talents, and skills that you have. So again, all of us are unique. So for example, when you think of your unique value, this comes from many things. So your value is made up of your unique God-given gifts and talents, your skills, your education, and your experiences, even your characteristics as a person and your values as a person. So again, as you can see, there's no one else like you. So come to terms with what your gifts and talents are. And then you want to think about the value that you offer. So there's a value that each and every one of your skills and gifts offer. And we're going to dig a little bit deeper in this in a moment. I have an exercise that I want to take you through. But it's also important to understand what problem does your product or service solve. So think of your ideal target client and think about what problem or challenge they face. What keeps them up at night? And then you want to zero in on what solution or transformation you offer that will help your ideal client overcome their problem or challenge. This is where the value piece comes in. So it's time to create a new empowering belief system and stand in your power when it comes to the value that you offer, so you can start earning what you're worth and present yourself with confidence and be the leader your prospects are looking to follow. So I'm going to take you through my unique value exercise. So you should have this document there where you can download it. So if you need to pause this video so you can download the document, want you to have it in front of you as we work through this exercise. So you can come back when you have that in front of you. All right, so on the left-hand side, you have a column that's listed characteristics, skills that you possess. So also what would be relevant here are strengths. And there's a lot of assessments out there right now to determine what your strengths or skills are. So you probably are somewhat familiar with this. So I want you to take a moment and think about what makes you unique. What do you bring to the table? What do you bring in terms of being able to assist or help your clients? So what are the strengths, skills, or characteristics you possess? Now, this could be hard skills or soft skills. So go ahead and write down the 5 things that come up for you. You can go ahead and pause this video and write those 5 things down. And there's probably going to be way more, but we're going to start with 5. Okay. So next is to take that particular strength, characteristic, or skill and convert it into a value. Now, the thing is, it is important to understand what your strengths and skills are, but if we're solely focusing on that, we're making it about us. It tends to be ego-driven. And really, at the end of the day, our clients don't care so much about, how great we are and, what are the things that make us wonderful. But at the end of the day, they will hire us based on how we can help them and how we can help them overcome a problem or challenge, right? And how we can provide a solution for them. But there's so many options out there in terms of who individuals can work with. So they're going to choose to work with you based on your unique skills and characteristics and the value that that provides for them. So I want you to look at each and every one of your things that you listed on the left-hand side and go ahead on the right and next to it, write down the value that offers your clients. So for example, let's say you wrote down that you're a good problem solver, which is a great skill to have, but what does that really mean for your client? So for example, you can put the value that provides is you are able to simplify a solution and create a step-by-step plan on how they can move from where they are to where they want to be. So you're helping them overcome their challenge or problem and creating a step-by-step process or solution for them. So that can be an example there. So what I want you to do is pause this video again and go ahead and write down the value that each and every one of your characteristics or strengths or skills offer your client. Okay, so now that you're back, I want you to reflect on what you wrote and think about the value, the tremendous value that you offer. This is such a powerful exercise to really start getting clear on just how amazing and wonderful you are and how you can fully serve your clients and help them get from where they are to where they want to be. And once you understand this, then you can start, presenting yourself more confidently and then also, pricing your services accordingly, because of that value piece that you offer. So you are an amazing, unique individual, and people will want to work with you because of who you are and what you bring to the table that's different from everyone else. This is why there's truly no such thing as competition, especially if you build your business based on your unique gifts and passion. And when you're able to do this, you are going to be much more fulfilled in the work that you do. And instead of trying to be a cookie cutter and, do what everybody else is doing, you're doing what feels right, what's in alignment with your passion and your purpose. You also want to, price your programs, your services to reflect that value so you can start earning what you're worth. To give an example of my gift, I want to share that with you so you can kind of get an idea of what I mean by gift. My gift, I believe, is to help individuals remove blocks that are holding them back and to realize their value so they can reach their true potential. So I believe we're all blessed with our own unique gifts, and it's our responsibility to share them. And when you operate from a space of tremendous service and you use your gifts to help others, you will begin to change the world one person at a time. So again, I want you to think about your gifts and talents and the skills you possess, the unique value that you offer, the problem that your product or service solves, and what is the solution or transformation you offer. When you can get really clear on that, that is when you will begin to own your value. So Albert Einstein says, strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value.